All right, everyone. Welcome to today's charting session. Today, once again, will be primarily focused sa mga requests ninyo. Again, I'm just getting through them, but I think either late this week or early next week, we'll try to focus more on yung mga stocks na quote-unquote trending sa Instagrams, no? But anyways, for this video, we'll start off with Figaro. Now, itong Figaro, I remember nung candle na to. Okay, nung nagkaroon tayo ng bearish engulfing, just let me zoom in a little bit. I was telling my Patreons na the likely scenario was either mag-trade muna sandali within this range, diba? Or at the very least, ma-revisit tong 67, tapos pwede tayo maghintay to see kung ano yung magiging reaction ng price before deciding what to do next. Ang nangyari was we came back to 67. We didn't really trade within this range. Tapos, while it did hold sandali dito, once na nag-breakdown tayo, kita nyo naman how 67 has acted as resistance na. Meaning, nauuntog na yung price dito as it tried to move up. And then after that, we tried to push lower. So where we are right now is parang nakaipit tayo sa range na to between 62 hanggang 67 cents. Yes, hindi pa tayo bumababa hanggang 62, but as you can see, if you look to the left, it has acted as support and resistance, support along the way, no? So, di naman siguro nakakagulat na if bumalik tayo sa area na yan, makakita tayo ng some type of reaction. However, kung kunyari pati itong 62 mabasag, yung next level of support natin ay nasa 59 cents na. If that breaks as well, then we likely dig deeper, perhaps revisiting itong low na naiwan natin from before. The opposite is true. If we come back and then we retake naman yung 67, okay, likely babalikan natin tong range na to between 67 to 71. And if 71 finally breaks, kasi as you can see, ang daming beses na nating sinubukan basagin yung 71. So far, palpak diba? Hindi natutuloy. So kung nabasag yung 71 and we start actually closing above 71, then the next level of resistance will now be at 74. But for now, kung nasaan siya, okay, nakastuck pa tayo sa range na to. At kung titignan natin from a wider perspective, we are still stuck within this range here. Tulad ng pinag-usapan natin dati. So, if FCG is something that you're looking to trade, kung pasok na kayo, make sure lang na i-honor nyo yung trail stops nyo. Pero kung hindi pa and you're just looking now to jump in, baka maganda konting hintay pa unless pasok na siya sa parameters nyo, upon which by all means go ahead. Pero for me, konting hintay-hintay pa siguro to. There's really nothing on the chart that's calling out to me. Walang quote-unquote obvious na nagaganap. So para sa akin, siguro hintay-hintay pa ng konti and see how this develops in the next few days or weeks. Next, tignan naman natin tong BNCOM. Now, tong BNCOM right now, we're trading within itong 9 peso hanggang 10.2 more or less na range. Okay, and it's been that way for quite some time, no? For at least a few weeks. Now, kung kunwari we come down and we break tong 9 pesos, the next level of support that we're looking at is at 8.5. Okay? Kung kunwari naman, we come back up and we break tong 10.2 and we actually start holding above it, meaning nandito na yung price, ayaw na bumaba, then baka balikan natin tong gap na naiwan natin from before. At kung na-fill yan, tas malakas pa rin, then baka balikan natin yung opening price. Pero honestly, despite yung recent up move ng BNCOM, okay, I understand kaya ito madalas nare-request kasi nga, we carved out a bottom. A lot of people will see this as hindi ba rounded bottom na umangat na, nag-form na tayo ng potential higher low, 'di ba? All that is true, okay? That's indisputable, no? Ang sa akin lang, from a volume perspective, from a value perspective, parang there's really not much there just yet, okay? Maaari na matrade siya within tong range na to. Hindi ako magugulat kung maraming mag-trade within that range. But for me, personally, where we are right now, tas yung itsura ng chart, how it's shaping up, how the candles shape up, doesn't inspire a great deal of confidence para sa akin. Now, you could be viewing this from a fundamental perspective and perhaps para sa inyo, where it is right now, yung valuation napakaganda. Wala na po akong alam doon, no? But if you feel na okay siya, then by all means, go ahead, pinag-aralan nyo po yan. But in the meantime, baka maganda either wait for it to set up properly, meaning balikan natin yung bottom end nitong range and we see it actually hold and we start to push higher. Perhaps there could be something there. Or just simply wait for something to develop further before jumping in dito sa BNCOM. Sa mga madalas manood ng daily charting sessions natin, you may notice na nag-iba na ng konti yung levels ko dito sa MER. And that's to take into account lang yung mga bagong structure na nag-develop. I've adjusted the levels accordingly. So feel free, kung kunwari kinokopya nyo yung ibang mga levels ko, feel free to adjust accordingly din sa mga charts ninyo, no? Now, where we are right now is we're caught beneath this range between 295.2 hanggang 307. Kung kaya nating ma-reclaim tong 307, that opens up this slightly wider range here from 307 hanggang 323. Tapos kung mabasag yung 323, yung next level of resistance natin will be 332, followed by 346. However, I would argue na ngayon, ang nagpo-form is high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So baka hindi naman siguro nakakagulat kung tumulak pa to lalo pababa at mag-form ulit ng higher low, perhaps revisiting yung support natin dito sa baba at 295.2. However, kung pati tong 295.2 mabasag pa rin, the next likely magnet for price will be itong cluster of lows na naiwan from before dito, no? Now, wala namang gaanong nagbago since we last looked at AP. Okay, we are still trading within this tight range here. And even without that, tulad nga ng sabi natin, we are trading within this wider range din dito. Okay? So hanggang nakastuck tayo sa range na to, honestly for me, there's really not much to do. Pipilitin pa ba nating i-trade yung ganyan? I feel like pasakit lang ng ulo yun eh. It's just gonna be a headache. Okay? Where we are right now, sabihin natin we can push and we break above 33.5, then perhaps there's some legs there that will open up this range above, papuntang hanggang mga 37 pesos. Although reminder lang na may pwede pa rin tayong untog dito around 35, no? Kung mabasag naman siya pababa, then we might revisit yung lower ends ng range natin, somewhere between 28.5 hanggang 29 pesos. But honestly, trying to force a trade dito sa AP right now, hindi naman sa hindi pwede. It's just that wala pang pinapahiwatig yung chart na hinog na siya, na ready na siyang lumipad, ready na siyang umangat. 'Di ba? Hindi natin alam how long this sideways movement will continue. For all we know, for the duration of 2022, ito na yung galaw niya. Now, I'm not saying na yun yung mangyayari, no? I'm just saying na it's possible. So, kung kunwari, you're very bullish ng AP, you really want to get in, pwede naman, hindi ko naman sinasabing huwag nyong gagawin, pera nyo yan, choice nyo yan. All I'm saying is, it doesn't look like it's ready to take off just yet. So exercising some degree of patience might be beneficial. And then finally, tignan po natin tong SSI. Now, tong SSI, we pushed higher. I was telling my Patreons actually na nahihirapan na akong basahin. Usually kapag ganito na itsura ng chart, it's a lot harder to read kasi it looks both toppish and at the same time na parang magpo-push pa. Now, for other people, baka hindi yun yung case. Pero para sa akin, nahirapan na akong basahin siya. But what we can say is we did form itong double top nga dito. And then from there, we started pushing lower. And we actually broke beneath tong swing low na to. And then halos nabalikan natin yung support dito around 1.35. Now, a lot of people will be excited and say na hindi ba nag-form na tayo ng hammer dito and that's a bullish candle. Hindi ba ibig sabihin niyan lilipad na siya ulit? Maybe. Pero para sa akin kasi where it ended up, 'di ba? Etong high nitong hammer na to is right beneath etong swing low na to eh. 'Di ba? So parang essentially it's possible na nabuo na niya yung gusto niyang gawin na move. Okay? Even if it pushes higher, I know there's a resistance level here at 1.45. So, any scenario na naiisip ko right now dito sa SSI would likely yield poor risk reward, no? Now, kung sabihin natin price can come back up and then mag-hold siya ulit above 1.45, then yes, maybe that opens up this wider range here, 'di ba? Baka ma-fill tong gap na naiwan dito, and that's good, 'di ba? But whether or not it continues pushing higher from there, hindi natin alam. Possible na umangat yan, mag-form lang tayo ng triple top, tapos tulak na naman, no? Now, kung kunwari naman dito, nabasag tong 1.35 and we start trading beneath etong area na to, then ang range na pinagtatradan na natin would be from 1.24 hanggang 1.35, and it can be argued, okay, na etong strong move to the upside, baka tapos na. I am not saying na mag-reversal na, magda-downtrend na, mamamatay na. None of that. All I'm saying is baka tapos na kahit pansamantala man lang yung uptrend niya kung mabasag nga to. Tapos baka makakita muna tayo ng sideways movement in the interim as the market decides what it wants to do moving forward. So guys, dito po nagtatapos yung video natin, no? I hope nakatulong po to sa inyo kahit konti and may natutunan kayo kahit papano. And if so, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And as always guys, maraming salamat po sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and happy trading!